Greetings and salutations, coaster fans, and I thought I'd do something slightly different today. I am going to build a roller coaster. And how is that different, I hear you cry? Well, I am going to build a model of a real one. Well, sort of. I'm going to get as close as I can within the parameters of the game engine. And for my target today, I have chosen the Infusion, which is found at Blackpool Pleasure Beach in England. This is a Vekoma, and it's a suspended looping coaster. Going over the stats for this thing, it is... whatever. It's a suspended coaster, and it's the 2x, not the 4x, so it would be the boa type. So, we start with that. And there you have it. Wait, it's a bit early to be saying that, isn't it? Right, so where do I get my information from? Well, first of all, Google Earth. Fantastic place to get your information from. I use a pencil and some tracing paper. What I do is I zoom in on the roller coaster I'm interested in, provided I can get enough detail off of the picture, off the satellite photo. You can try and change the year that the photo was taken in. For example, the one that I'm running off of is 2015, but there is imagery available all the way back to 2000. So if the image you're working with is, a bit grainy or crap or doesn't show any details, you could potentially have a look at the timeline and see if there are other images that you could work from that are better. Or if you're lucky, you can click on the 3D option in the side there. It shows you 3D buildings and stuff. It will show you the trees and the buildings and things. A lot of rides, I have noticed, actually have 3D models that have been mapped using photographs and other wizardry and jiggery-pokery. And sometimes you'll find that the imagery that they use to create those 3D models in the overlay are actually slightly more detailed than the satellite imagery. So it's always worth just checking to see if the 3D building option in the left-hand panel there is a good option for more detail. The image I'm working from, it's slightly isometric. I want to say it's probably 20 degrees off vertical, which is not a huge problem. I can work with that. The other place I get my information from is Wikipedia, of course, because Wikipedia is actually a pretty reliable place to get roller coaster details from. Well, established roller coasters at least. It will tell you the height, the length, the speed, the duration of the ride, the capacity, and the G-force is another handy one. Although, to be quite fair, again, the constraints of this software, getting the G-force right is going to be an issue. Getting the speed, the ride timing, and the G-force all correct is probably going to be impossible, because we have to remember that these roller coasters that we have to play with in the game are generic models of many, many different roller coasters of that same type. Okay. So, that's another place I go. And then the final place I go is YouTube. Personally, I go with a guy called, or a channel called Coaster Force. And their POV videos are usually pretty good. And you can get a good idea of... basically, it shows you more detail of how the track is laying. In my case specifically, I need to know which way round the corkscrews are going. The rolls, because I don't want to put a left roll in and then discover later on there's actually a right one. That would make me look rather silly. Although I'm sure I'm going to end up doing that anyway. But it's another way you can gauge speed and how a corner should feel as you're constructing it. But anyway, so I've got all that information at my fingertips, and the first thing to do is to figure out the scale. Now, I've put the station down, which is a bit stupid, because that's not the first thing I need to do. The first thing I need to do, well, the first thing I like to do, is figure out my scale. Now, I know that this particular coaster, because I used the tool in Google Earth to measure across the coaster, I know that crossways it is, if I can read my chicken scratch, 105 meters in total width. So, I need to divide that. Divided by 4 gives me 26.25, which means I have to make myself a building, which is 26.25 cubes along. Like this. 1, 2. Right. That's all 26. Well, actually it's 27, because there's that half. Oh, sorry. Quarter. Alright. Honestly, I passed math. I did. I swear I did. Alright, the next one is height, which is 33 meters, which is a total of 8.25. So I need another building. Done. And I'm just going to pick any wall, any flat wall. Any flat wall will do, and I need 8.25 of these. 1, 9. Yep, okay, that's good. Right, so that's going to be the top of my lift hill. Now, one of the things I keep doing when I'm doing this is I leave this on the ground, even though the actual track on this thing is going to be a couple of meters high. So what I'm going to do right now is actually lift this to the level of the station, like that. Right. Now, when my train comes down to ground level, it's going to be at the bottom of this. Wait. No, it's going to be under this. Wait. Yes. No. What? When it comes down to level with the station, it's going to be at this point. Wow. Sorry. Issues. Okay, so we're going to move that over there. Right. So now I've... hang on. I'm going to move this out the way too. Right, so now we've got our height marker. And we've got our ruler. The next thing we need to do is get rid of that, because I don't need it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get this thing set up. Now I take my piece of tracing paper. Oh yes, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. And stick it to my monitor screen like this. Bleak. And bleak. There. Right, now upon my screen I have my drawing of the roller coaster. Now I need to make sure that it's... There we go, that's better. Sorry, I was having trouble getting it like zoomed out so it matches the the scribble. So that is about the width that I'm looking for. Right, so now I'm going to take this and move this out. Ah! I'm going to take this and move this out of the way. Now it's time for the sneaky bit. Now I've got this fixed and I've got the paper fixed to my monitor screen. I can lift it up and I can see what I'm doing. I want to select a tree and or bush. You know what? I'm going to go with a bush. Bushes are easier to deal with. And I'm going to go with the yellow floral bush because that's one of my favorite little things. Alright, so that's the station. That's the end of the lift hill. And then the track, or my scribble, rather, goes all the way around here. And then back a bit, right? Then there's the there's a roll right there, and then it comes down and there's a loop, or downward loop, that takes it back this way and around, and And then there's another half loop that takes it up. And then there's a 180 roll here. And then it comes down around this way. And I'm going a little quick with the old widget here. And then there are two 360 loops through this section here. And then it goes back to normal track. All the way around. And then it does a little wiggle up here. Now in this section there's a block break. So what I'm going to do is that. And then it goes around the corner. And then there's a... Actually, I think the block break is here. I think that this one is just a set of brakes. There's another block break there. And then it comes around and into the station. Like that. Now, I'm going to just double check and make sure I've got this all done. It's all perfectly lined up. I can take that off my monitor now. And later on, I can apply some screen cleaner. Stick that to the wall so I can see it. Right, so that's our layout. This bit here and this bit here, because I copied it with that 20-degree tilt, I can actually just use straight up and down loops here. So that's not a big deal. So the first thing to do is go back and place our coaster again. And this time, I have to make it face the right way. Right, now I don't need to worry about the scaling. I can zoom in a little bit. Well, actually zoom in a lot, apparently. Right, so that's actually pretty close right there. I want to look straight down though. I do want to look straight down. So, hang on a minute. I got the wrong camera. That's better. Alright. Now when I'm building this, I'm going to want to try and look straight down so I can get it kind of semi-accurate. I've got a picture over here on my other screen. Now, this is where the isometric view is a bit of a problem, or that 20-degree shift is a bit of a problem. The track is actually dead straight at this point. It looks like it's tilted, but it's not. It should come like directly straight up and go into that loop. So I've got to keep that in mind. So I'm going to put it there, station. Right, so done. This I'm done with. That can go away. Now it's time for this bit. So assuming that the biggest drop is the first one, this needs to be at least the top of our lift hill. Actually, no it doesn't. It needs editing. Because I put that extra quarter on the top with that 9th block. So I can take that off. Because I want to get it up to this point. Alright. Let's see here. I don't know what kind of angle that is. That's the biggest issue I have doing this kind of thing right now, is figuring out the angle for the lift hill. I'm going to start with the angle snap. See, that to me looks... Yeah. That's like, no! Okay, and then down. Ooh, that's not bad at all. Alright, so when we get to the top here, we'll turn the angle snap off. And bring it over. Like so. Hit enter. 38 meters. What did I say it was? 33 is what I said it was. Now it starts 4 meters off. So 34 meters? See, it starts at 4 meters off the ground level here. So that would be 34 meters if I take this all the way down to the floor. Yeah, baby. Okay. Right. The only problem is I've built it dead straight. No, wait. That's not a problem. It does need to be dead straight because, again, I've got the image on that 20-degree bank, it's almost like this in the image, but it's the whole thing. It's not from this perspective. Remember, it's from orbit, so, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here. I'm going to cut this back a little bit so I can join up with that. And this first drop goes all the way down. Yeah. So this... Whoops. Wrong button. In the wrong window. So this first drop here comes down, and this point here, looking at my image, this point here is the lowest point. So we are going to and it goes down, and then it goes into quite a nice bank right here. Like almost straight away it goes into a bank. And quite a big one too. So around that way. And immediately I goof it up. Okay. Now this is going to be the fun bit. I've got to get this from here to here, and it's got to be on the floor. Oh, hang on. Can I... Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's going to be slightly easier to deal with, I think. Okay. The fun of working with those, with that weird isometric view. Now, after doing the last one, which was the last one I did? Actually remember, to be quite honest with you. And I am going to pull that out that way, and that takes me down to the floor, and that actually is not bad at all. I'll take that back a little bit, bring that down to 0, and no, that needs to go up slightly. 4 meters. There we go. And that, boys and girls, is the start. Should we carry on? Now we got a half loop. Wait. That's the back side of the half loop there, so... So here's the issue. I don't know how high the coaster is at this point. I'm guessing it's pretty high. So what I need to do now is go hunting for photographs. I'll be back. Well, that was relatively easy. There was one on YouTube. Wiki. Right. Oh, oh no! I didn't know what I want to do. I want to go straight forwards. Let's take it to there. And that gives me some adjustment. Right, a loop, and this is a half loop upwards. Oh my goodness me, I should have started it back here. And a half loop upwards. And it's much bigger than that. Trying to look at the... It's not okay. Slide it down a little bit, like that. Okay. Right, now I'm going to place that, and now I want to, come on man, really? There we go. Now I'm going to select it. Now we've got this new little option here. I can actually adjust this a little bit. Like that. Okay, so that's... This is where you've got to be really patient. Okay, Because what I'm probably going to have to do is go back and adjust this so it comes in tighter to meet up with this so I can get it over here properly. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on. Come on, come on. There we go. Right, now I need the roll. No paper? Okay, it's a right-hand roll. So it's an exit. Like that. Oh, that's actually not bad at all. Okay. And then we go down. There's another half loop. It's a half loop down. Oh! No, it's not. It's a regular loop down. Arrgh. Why? Why? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, it's because it sees it as being upside down. No? Alright, what are you doing to me here? This is the wrong way up. I don't know. I don't understand why it wants to twist it the wrong way up again. Hang on, wait a minute. Oh, well, it's a 360 loop through here anyway, so... Bruh! The game was absolutely right. I was wrong. So... what was that? That was an entry, so I need the exit. Entry, roll... What in the hell? Oh, you know what? Oh, fudge. That's kinda on the long side. Ouch. That's actually really very long. That's no good to me. That's, oh, come on, really. Okay, and then can I do the exit right? Yeah, that's just that I need to that big flat gap there is a problem. I might have to do this by hand. Oh dear. Oh! Hello. Oh, actually the good thing about doing it by hand is I can make the adjustment to the track as well. Excellent. Alright, so what I can do is pull that in. Take that around. Nope, it's got to be tighter than that. That is going to be painful. And then I need another half loop down. Right on, baby. And that is not too bad. Yeah, whoops. Okay, so I'm going to hit that there. Now I can come back and make my adjustments to here. And then this one. Right. See how that's starting to come together now? Of course, I do need this to be facing that way when it comes out. But what I can do is use the smooth tool. Alright, so now I'm going to lift it. Oops. Bring it back up. Now where is my track supposed to be going? That way. So I can make an ever so slight adjustment to it, which I can bring it out too. Alright, so okay, bring it that way. that way. Like that. Back a bit. Whoops, that last one was wrong. Ah, this whole thing's too high. Right, and this one was, what is this one? This one is a half loop with a 180 at the top. So a half loop up probably needs to be slightly slower than that. Slower? Brah! Lower. Actually, it's considerably lower. It's almost half the size of the lift hill at this point. That's quite substantial. Well, again, well, 27. Eesh, that's. I don't think that's gonna cut it somehow. So let's take it down. All right, 25. That could still actually be a little bit breaknecky. So we'll take it back up again. There you go. What about 28? Oh, 27. Ah, nuts to it. 27. Fine, whatever. And then it goes into a half of a corkscrew. And when I say a half of a corkscrew, what I mean... Hang on. It comes down and around and out this way. Right? And then there's that there, and then it comes out. Oh, that's right. This is the other. Oh Lord. So I'm gonna want it to do that, and that, and that. I mean, I said corkscrew, but the corkscrew is going to bring it out flat, and I don't want it to come out flat. I want it to come out going down, because it goes down into a tight helix here and then goes through those loops. So I'm going to have to build this myself. And that actually ain't bad. Look at the image here. Okay. Seems pretty close. This is definitely going to have to be adjusted. That is way too damn steep. So up a bit. Around a bit. Around a little bit. Take it to about 9, there we go. Roughly 90. Okay, now we will lengthen her out. Right, now that it's about half the height. Looking at it. That is about there. Take it back. It goes. It's actually got a slight incline at this point. So we'll give it a slight incline since it's asking for it. And then it comes back around and it's got a slight decline. Because it comes down around this corner. Like this, and then straightens out. And I can use the smooth tool just to balance that out. Now, here's a good bit. Roll. Now, what is this going to do? Is this going to completely... is this left or right? It's right again. Okay. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, you know what? I've got to go back. There we go. And there's 2 of these in that space. Oh, brother. They're just... Ooh. Actually, no, that's right, because it's got to come out upside down, and then it's got to come out and straighten out. Yes, because it comes out the other side the right way up. Oh, right, so it's not funky at all. It's actually pretty damn close. Okay, and then it goes into the curve here. Actually, let me take that back. Bring that around there. That around there. Oh, uh-oh. Guessing. See, this is where I'm going to have to pause and check the video because I don't know if this goes over or under. Right. Back 10 meters. Oh, this is where things get a little bit messy. I think this is coming down too far. No. Oh no, it just gets really close to it there. Okay. So, I was right. This entire section needs to go up. So, I'm going to hit that there. Okay, now I can just do this. Lift it. Whee. Like that. Okay, then I can come back and just tidy it up. Yep, hang on. I'm just going to leave that there for a minute. Okay, so... I've got to get this in between there and there somehow. That ain't going to cut it. It's because I've got to get this down quicker. Oh, wait a minute. That may work. That works. Excellent. So then we come over here. We come over here. Straighten her out. Now this will be where the first set of brakes are at. So what I think I might do is stick some friction brakes in here because I've got to come down to 4 meters across there. So, you know what? Probably 2 sets, but I'm gonna take it back to there. And we'll make it a regular track again. Bend it around the corner. Like Beckham. Oh yeah, I went there. Nope. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I gotta come back. Oh, yep, I gotta come back a bit. Bring it around there. Okay, now I can bend it around the corner. Like that. Now I should be able to straighten her up. Now it does specify that it runs 2 trains, so I am going to put the block brakes in. They're a little on the high side though. Oh, I forgot to, I forgot to do that. Right, now I should be able to stick those in. Oops. You know what? I'm going to lengthen it out because I can actually use this to slow the train down. Yeah, baby. Regular track. Auto complete. Oh, good God, no. I think it's trying to tell me something. let's take this back. I've got to get it down to 4. Up. Hello. Right, so that is the actual track layout dealt with. Now what I've got to do is test it and laugh my ass off. Like I said, this is the easy bit. It's actually going back and figuring out how to smooth everything out, get everything aligned. Making it so it's not horrifically terrible. Like that little wiggle there. And that one there. It goes through the loop there. It goes around and we hit the block brakes. Oh, sorry, we hit the friction brakes. We go down to the block brakes, which should slow us down a little bit more. And then into the station. Actually, that wasn't that horrendous, was it? Gives us something pretty horrendous. Right, greetings and welcome back, and I'm done. With a little bit of tweaking, I've managed to get this up to something that's going to be rideable in a park. If I try and do like an exact, or as exact as I can get, replica of the ride in Planet Coaster, I end up with something pretty timid. I end up with, I think, what was it, like a 5.1 or something at most, and then a 3 point something, and then a 2.4. Anyway, it was pretty horrific. So what I've done, I have lifted the hill slightly. Actually, I've put it back up to 41. With the plants moved out the way, I could get this down slightly lower, so this is now down to 3 meters instead of 4. I reduced the height of the loops because they were just... Honestly, the amount of friction on this particular ride, these should be up here. These two items should be around about here, but yeah, if I do that, they barely make it across the loop here. And this one should be way taller. This one should be slightly taller, and this helix should be, more. Well, this drop into the helix should be a lot more defined. If I look at the imagery. The lift hill is almost spot on. I timed the video, and from the moment the video starts up to the end of the lift hill is about 40 seconds. This one makes it in roughly the same amount of time. Now, to get the ride stats up, I had to do a little bit of fiddling. As you can see, that flat piece of track here that should be a brake section. I can't believe I just did that. I did air quotes on video. That was great. Yeah, this section here should be brakes. So instead of brakes, we've got these little bunny hills here just to add a little more excitement to the ride. And they do, actually. And then you've got this unbanked corner here, and then into the block brakes, which slow the train down for this last section. And it actually, it runs pretty well, I think. So let's check the results. So it does another 8 miles an hour faster, because the lift hill is taller. The biggest drop is now 34 meters, which is 1 meter higher than it should be, which is exactly what we want. Yay. Hands up in the air. I'm not quite sure. You know what? Let me check the heat map, see where that's at. Vertical 4.1. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, honestly, I could make this slightly taller, but if I do that, I really destroy the excitement level, because we're at 6.29 there. If I make these any taller to take away that sudden ejection force, because that's what it is. If I had to take away that ejection force, the excitement rating here drops so low that it just sits in the red, and there's no excitement whatsoever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about yep. It's about there. You add some decoration around the track. As you come down through here, there's water. There's supposed to be some water here, and as you come down around this loop, there are some water jets that spray up in the air. It's all very Blackpool-y and dramatic. But this actually sits in between. If you check it out, on this side there is a big old woody. I can't remember what it's called. Is it the Grand National? No, it's not the Grand National. I can't remember what it's called now. There's one that sits here, and there's a lighthouse right here, and it spins around the lighthouse. And then on this side you've got the big one. So this one actually sits like smack between two pretty well-known roller coasters. I can't even remember the name of this one. Oops. I'm sure somebody's going to go into the chat and go, oh yeah, I know that one. That's the blah blah blah. I've been on that hundreds of times. But that's it. That's start to finish. I actually need to change this. What was it called again? Infusion. You know what? What I should call it is Infusion BP. BP for Blackpool. And we will call that it, because I fear any more twiddling, any more playing around with this, and it's gonna destroy these ratings. And if this is gonna get used in a park, you need those ratings to get your guests to go on it. But that's it. That's this sucker done. Oh, you know what? Let's ride this thing. Where are we? Ah, that was the wrong one. Since this is so painfully slow, I will fast forward. Even in fast forward, that's like, oh my god, that's horrendously slow. Okay, we'll hit play, pause, right camera, unpause, and away we go. Now you have to imagine the rest of the Blackpool Pleasure Beach right there. So there's that first loop, down again. Go. Hotline. Back around. Through the brake section. Around the corner. Into the block brakes. Into the station. Nifty. The only thing left to do is add the second train and get the timing. But I'll leave that up to everyone else, or anyone who wants to download this. I'm going to upload this to the workshop. 6.1, whoops. 6.1, 4.2, 2.9, whoops. I got one of them right, shut up. Name of the blueprint, Infusion. BP. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this, a little delve into one of my minor pastimes. I will see you anon.